Hey, what's up, everybody?
Hello, everyone.
Welcome back to another exciting episode of the Way That I Love You podcast. I'm your host, Will Music.
And I am your host, Sharana.
And we are always, and I mean always, delighted to be with our family in podcast land.
That's right, baby.
And you know what else, folks?
What else, baby?
If this is your first time tuning in, I just want to let y'all know that we are a hot, and I mean hot, sexy marriage podcast. And we talk about marriage, our marriage, life's ups and downs, and how we navigate through it from our perspective.
That's right, my love. You all know. We talk to you about what we do and how we navigate through things. Now listen, sweetheart. If it's something that they all can take and apply and put it to their marriage and make it their own, I encourage them. You all go right on ahead and do that. But guess what? If you can't apply it to your marriage and you can't twist it the way we twist it and make it apply to your marriage, then twist it. Just put it in your back pocket and give it to somebody else.
Oh, yeah.
Your mind always going all the way out.
Wow, you be putting my brains out there.
But listen, we're so excited
Yes,
to,
we are.
Be on the podcast. And, we're excited about everyone that listens to the podcast and is constantly, pushing us and motivating us. They know who they are, baby.
Yes, they do.
Who are they?
They are North America,
North America,
South America,
South America,
Africa,
Africa,
Asia, Europe, and
Oceania, baby. We see you out there. We thank you all for tuning in to the Way That I Love You podcast, for constantly always sharing the Way That I Love You podcast and writing reviews for the Way That I Love You podcast. We encourage you on just right now to, if you're watching YouTube, to like, subscribe, and share. Go ahead and hit that button
right now.
And if you're listening in to the Way That I Love You podcast on any of your streaming devices or streaming ways of streaming, which is Apple, Spotify, all those different
platforms,
go ahead and like, subscribe as well.
That's right.
And go ahead and share it to your friends.
Share it with all your friends and the families, even your enemies and your frenemies.
But I thank God for another week.
Yes, without God, none of this would ever be possible.
Without Him, nothing is possible. And I just thank Him for just how He's been elevating us into a different season in our life.
Yes.
And like always, we always tell you how He continues to put people around us and, building relationships. And this week, baby, we're able to go on a men's retreat. I told you all last week he was going away. He had some time to himself. So we went on a men's retreat. Tell us how that was.
Well, the men's retreat was awesome and amazing. Shout out to my brother Michael Grimm for the invite and allowing me to speak as well. It was just an awesome time. I met a lot of good brothers, made a lot of good connections, and God is, like you said, God is good, and we're looking forward to some big things coming.
So last week was The Space Between Us. So that's why we chose that title last week, The Space Between Us, because He was far away.
Yeah. Yes, so we narrowed the gap from the space between us.
That's right. So a while back, you and I had our friends over, Ron and Lorletha, and they spent some time with us. They actually came to the
Marital Matrix
workshop.
Yes.
And then we came back to the house and we just kind of chilled and relaxed and got into some deep conversation.
Yes.
So, I'm excited to get into that, and that's our new episode for today for season 4, episode 8, which will be Late Night with
the Whites. Yes.
Before we jump into it, I just want to, take a moment to encourage all of you who are coming to the Diamonds and Pearls retreat.
Absolutely.
To get ready.
It's going to be an awesome time.
So we're staying over on Friday night, and that's our meet and greet.
Yes.
And then Saturday is when the games begin.
Yes.
So Saturday, all day Saturday, we're having food and workshops, and then more workshops and more food
and some fun exercises
that you can do with some
couples. Couple exercises.
Yeah, I'm getting ready. See, my shoulder's out today, so I'm getting ready for the workshop.
I was peeping that, y'all. She trying to distract me during this podcast.
Yes. I'm getting ready for the workshop, getting you all riled up to go away for the weekend with me. So we're having all of those things. And then we're having a Diamonds and Pearls ball.
Yes, the formal ball.
A formal ball.
Get dressed to impress.
Yes. I already have my dress. I got my dress about
7 years ago.
I got about 3 weeks ago. And it's lovely. So, I haven't been overeating to make sure I can be able to fit into my gown.
And I'm going to have to stick to my regiment of doing some push-ups and sit-ups and getting it ready.
As you know, I like when you do those push-ups.
Hey.
Yeah. I think when our old episode, we had talked about... You talk about getting on them push-ups, that little sound come on.
Yep.
I remember one of our episodes we talked about how you go into the bedroom. Well, how you go into the room, the bathroom, or the hallway when you're about to come into the room, and you do your push-ups.
Yeah,
to get
do
ready.
a quick set.
Yeah, so you can come into the room when I'm like, "Ooh, how you doing?"
I could be on my husky man.
Yeah, so that's your get ready mode.
Yes.
I'm like, okay. So let's get back to this episode.
Season 4, episode 8.
Yes.
Late Night with the Whites.
Yes.
Ron and Lorletha.
I had a ball.
Yes.
And you all are going to hear all of the fun conversations we all had.
And this is going to be a candid conversation, almost like an interview type situation.
They interviewed us.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool because I really see them doing a lot of big things. They are a power couple. They're dynamic, very wise. A lot of wisdom between the two.
Yes.
And I'm looking forward to how God is going to move in their lives and this relationship that we have with them. So
I love them.
Yeah.
And so when we're listening to her, like, it was like they're interviewing us. And on our show, we're always interviewing other people.
Right.
So it was good to sit back, and it's good for you all to hear some of the conversations that Will and I have amongst each other and amongst our friends. We just wanted to give you all a different side of us.
Yes.
So that way you can just get to know your host the way that I Love You podcast will with Sharana.
And get to know the community.
Yes, that we are involved in, our marriage community, and how we encourage and the conversations that we have with one another that are very,
strong and powerful. That's the reason why we always advocate to surround yourself with a community of folks that's like-minded, that have healthy relationships, and iron sharpens iron all the time. So,
baby, without further ado, you want to introduce the Whites?
Ladies and gentlemen, listen to airwaves and watch on YouTube. Let's get ready for Late Night with the Whites.
Now, I do want to tell our viewers, that intro was so good, I shouldn't have came in. But I do want to tell our listeners, our viewers that's watching the Way That I Love You podcast through YouTube, this is an all audio conversation. So, stay on, listen to it.
Oh, yeah, definitely listen to it.
So that I don't want them to think that something went out. It went black, it went dark.
Oh, no, they'll know. I'll make sure that, So without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, Late Night with the Whites, Ron and Lorletha.
All right.
I'm Ron. This is Lorletha. We want to thank you guys for your hospitality, first and foremost. But I want to get back into something because when we came here, and we was putting all this together. I was listening to that podcast that spoke about transparency.
Yes.
And I just got fixated. So if you guys don't mind, I'd like to pick that up.
Yes.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Yes.
Pick that up. And I got a question. When you're sitting with a couple and you're mentoring them or, just talking to them, how much is too much when it comes to transparency?
If we're mentoring them?
Mentoring.
Yeah. Well, you want to go ahead first? Or?
Well, I would say even mentoring a couple to say, what are they comfortable with? When they're talking about transparency, what we need to find out what's drawing the line for them, because what draws the line for us may not be the thing that draws the line for us. Now, we always tell people to be sober minded. So when you're thinking about how much you want to know, how much do you really want to know? So for a couple to say, be sober minded when you're thinking that, I will give you how we operate. Okay. But you don't have to operate the way we operate.
Now, when you're speaking, because we happen to be transparent, like we'll kind of put ourselves out there sometimes. Am I right? Or you don't agree?
No, I agree.
I mean,
I agree. Yeah, I agree.
I mean, all these years I thought I could read her facial expression. But when do you? What's comfortable for you guys? Like sometimes when we're speaking with a couple and we can relate to something that they might be dealing with, and then we can say, well, we can relate to that because we were kind of there, but we might share a little bit. How much is too much for you? And how do you determine that?
Yeah.
In terms of
that's a big question.
Yeah.
It's very broad.
That's broad. Well, yeah, it's meant to be.
It's broad. It's real broad.
So
and I need to get clarity on how much is it too much for us to hear from that couple?
How much is too much for you guys personally to be transparent with them?
Okay.
Concerning
with the things that we've been through.
Correct.
Yeah. For me, I was going to say earlier about gauging or checking the temperature of the room, depending on what the couple is sharing, like how you was just giving an example. Oh, we can relate to that, or I can relate to that. Now, I would share something personally before I share something of us together more than I would of our marriage.
That's good.
I would share like a surface relation. You know what I mean? Of we can relate to the issue.
Because we believe that I tell people all the time, just because you're in the spotlight, your marriage is sacred. So you have to be careful how much you share of your sacred unit, no matter if you're giving advice about it. Only if it's God-led. If the Lord leads you to tell someone a certain intimate part of your relationship that may be something that's just for you two, then the Lord set fit for you to do that. Your marriage is not to be shown or talked about to everyone, because people can't handle some of the things that you've been through, and they can't take it in the way you deliver it. It has to be a person, like you said, that's in a situation and there's a need. Then that's where you determine the ministry versus giving someone else your business.
And you use that discernment to say, all right, they need that here.
Right. And that's good. That was kind of a loaded question, but I wanted to hear.
That was a really good answer.
Right. I wanted to hear your opinion on it because I agree wholeheartedly. Because for us, it's important for me that even before I share, I have to make sure that she's going to be good with it.
And also, the the hearer can handle what's going to come out of your mouth.
And that's another thing, because they may not be mature enough to handle.
Right.
And just because I may feel good with something, I always have to be cognizant with her and how she feels. And so that's very important. And that's why I kind of asked that. That was kind of like a loaded question, but that's the feedback that I wanted to hear, because that's the way it should be. I should always be concerned with, well, how is she going to feel about what I'm about to say?
Right.
Am I going to put her in a bad spot? And vice versa.
Right.
Because just like you said, some things are sacred.
Yeah.
And it should be stay within a marriage relationship between us and God. So.
And I see that some people, when they're in the spotlight, if they're a part of a movie star or podcasting, they feel like, oh, we're putting it all out there. Oh, we're being so transparent with the viewers. But I say, don't let transparency with other people take away, like you're saying, the relationship that you've built with one another. No, you can't let people in within your marriage. They can be a part of your marriage, but they can't be in the marriage. Only two people can be in this marriage. So
correct.
And one thing too, when you're sharing, you have to say, what's your motivation? Why are you sharing that? Are you sharing that to put yourself on a pedestal, or are you sharing it in order to actually help someone? Because if you're helping someone, it's going to come across a little bit differently than if you're trying to put yourself in a
right.
Correct. And that's good. That's really good, because sometimes we can go out there. There's a scripture that I'm paraphrasing that says something about like, don't take your good jury and throw it in the pit. Because they're just going to stomp and romp all over it and destroy it. So, and so that's good, because if you're not taking inventory of yourself, right, and your motives, and you're just putting stuff out there for you, well, guess what? You put your trash out there, you can't get mad when people start to pick through, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what they ought to do.
And I always like to say too, you look at it the other way, flipping it around the other way, when someone wants to know your business. Well, tell me what happened. I like to say, so if I give you this information, what are you going to do with it?
and you have to follow. You have to follow that up with, I have a very special set of skills.
But if I tell you my business, right? If I give you this information, what are you going to do with the information?
Right. Like we could be sitting in counseling with someone. It's usually the man. It may take this position that I'm bold. I don't need to hide anything. And they just start putting out information, and a lot of times you can see the wife sitting there doing this.
Yeah.
And it's like, come on, dude, really.
See, they asked you one thing.
Right.
And you gave them 5.
Yeah. And it's like Will said, you gotta know the room. And if you, dude, look at the room. The wife's sitting there doing this. It's like, dude, look at the room. It's not about you. That's why we're here counseling you guys. Yeah. Because of that, you're not paying attention, and you gotta speak to him. Usually get the man aside, man.
Right.
Tell him, well, look, what you said, you did not really see how it was affecting her.
Right.
So
it's like you get self-centered. Instead of other people centered, other-centered, they call it self-centeredness or other-centeredness. If we're to be like Christ, if we're Christ-like, we're other people-centered, right?
What is told to like that we talked about today? We talked about having the red pill and the blue pill.
Oh yeah.
And the red pill was saying, we
That's
can
the
be
one that come
married
with
with conditions.
Right.
We can be married with conditions. We can let people, places, and things, interfere, or the I syndrome. If it doesn't bother what I have going on, if it doesn't have, it doesn't disturb my family unit with my family, then we can stay married and we can operate. And that's two flesh. You're living in two different fleshes. You're not one. And then the blue pill being the one. The one. Oh, unleashing your eyes and your mind to the matrix.
And that concept seems so simple, I guess, to us, that it seems impossible to fathom why other people don't see it that way.
Right.
And you sit down with couples and you listen to them, and it's like, you two, your relationship is based on selfishness, and it's based on disrespect. So as long as it remains that way, you're going to have the situation. And, I told one couple, here's the problem with relationships that's based like that. They're only going to stay together as long as the couples that's involved in those relationships are willing to put up with the disrespect, and the selfishness. When one of those parties gets tired of it, it's a wrap.
The commitment goes.
It's
no
a
more
wrap.
commitment.
Well, there's no commitment to begin with.
There's no commitment.
But
that's what commitment is. Commitment is as long as two parties are willing to do what it takes to stay together.
And that can't last.
Right. And if it's based on disrespect, it's not sustainable. It's not sustainable. Somebody's going to give up.
That's going to be the next show.
What's that?
What is your commitment tied to?
Ooh, that's a good one. Because that could go all kind of ways.
Yeah.
It could go all kind of ways. Now, I know I sound a little bit spiritual when I say...
On Christ the solid rock I stand.
But it has to keep coming back to that.
Right.
Not saying that you don't get crazy. I get crazy a little bit. But man, if that's where you're anchored, is inevitably centered, is going to keep you from drifting too far one way or too far. It will always bring you. You might get a little stupid here and there with your attitude.
Nobody's perfect.
With
And I believe that people need to understand that you're going to drift.
Right.
Yeah,
You're going to drift. So I think sometimes young marriages say, we anchored in Christ, right? But when we start drifting, then they start letting go of Christ because they're like, why are we drifting? We're anchored in Christ. Why are we drifting? And now they stop believing that the anchor is there.
Correct. I mean, it's just like using that metaphor of the boat. You can anchor that boat,
right? It'd be like,
but it's sways
and
it's going to drift a little here and it's going to drift a little there, but it stays anchored.
It's not going to go too far.
And you got to realize, no, you're anchored, but you're going to drift.
Right.
Don't get it twisted.
It's called humanism.
You're going to You're going to drift.
Yeah.
But the important thing is to stay weighted to the anchor.
Yeah.
And understand that the drifting is character building within the relationship. If you think that you're just going to stay still the whole time, then that's dangerous.
That's dangerous.
And I try to tell people to, like, that analogy you just gave. In the natural, they can physically see that and acknowledge that. If you can physically see a boat that's anchored and the tides come and sway it left and right, but it'll still be anchored, that's the mindset that you need to use in that relationship.
Right.
Like, if you know that's a possibility, then you prepare for when the wind blows and rocks the boat.
Right.
The boat won't tip over. Like the
right.
anger.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. And one more thing, like if you're anchored truly, and my concern is for her,
Mm-hmm.
even when I'm drifting and I'm having an issue, it will keep me from just focusing on me. Because see, that's where a lot of relationships go bad, when they start to get that drifting, and then they take their focus off of this,
Mm-hmm.
and they put the focus on this.
Mm-hmm.
And so all they do is think about, how do I stop this drift with me?
Mm-hmm.
And that's all you focus on. And I'm not focusing on, well, how is this drifting affecting her? And vice versa.
Right.
And so I might get to the point where, okay, I'm settled,
Mm-hmm.
but in settling myself, I didn't take the time to notice that now she's drifting.
Mm-hmm. And I was going to say how you said, if people can really see the analogy, in order for us to kind of get the concept, you have to literally envision it.
Mm-hmm.
So when you said, when Ron said, we're drifting, but I'm taking my eyes off of her and putting it on me. Literally, if we were on a boat, literally, because we got to see it. We on a boat, the boat's drifting. I'm swaying back and forth. You're my husband. Your eyes will never be on yourself.
Right.
Correct.
You will always be like, baby, you okay?
Right.
You're doing this. You're reaching out
trying to get
to do this.
Yeah.
So if we constantly put the visual and make the visual a reality,
And
process it as a reality,
thought process,
it really would be just. I'm not going to say it would be easy, but it would be just as easy.
Yeah.
Right, because even though you're like rocking, and sometimes you get too far away from each other, you're still reaching, and because you're still reaching, and you'll eventually grab one another. Like if you see yourself going like that,
right?
Your eyes would never be off of her.
You're like trying to get.
You'll hold on to one another.
Right. Right.
And normally, if the boat is rocking, you will come together in the middle.
Right.
So you can stabilize the
Right.
boat from rocking.
Try to hold
anchor
to each
other. Yeah.
Right.
And then once the boat is calm, now you may have drifted, but you're not
together.
You're not far.
Exactly.
You can both now look at the anchor. Yeah, we're still anchored.
Right.
And what do a ship do when we're anchored and the boat drift? They reel it in.
You reel it in.
You reel it in.
Yeah.
Get close to the guy. Get close to the guy.
Get back connected. You reel into the anchor.
Yep.
So
I mean, it's just like when the Bible tells us that how when we go through troubles, it says take pride in your troubles, knowing that your troubles produce perseverance. Perseverance produces character, character hope. Now he's speaking as individuals, but the same thing holds true when you're married. So take pride when the troubles come, because they're going to come. But it's all how you handle those things, because everything that comes, you can use them either to bring you closer together or to pull you
separate
apart. Particularly when they involve children, your kids.
Yeah.
How many marriages, unfortunately, has lost a child? And the loss of that child ultimately was the catalyst for the couple to break, get divorced, and go separate ways. And they talked about the pain and how things were different, or they blame. You know what I'm saying? So that's a very, very difficult and hard time. Matter of fact, Tyler Perry gave that scenario in one of his movies with Janet Jackson.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Why did I get married?
Why did I get married?
Yeah.
The ordinary.
Yeah.
To
And that couple, ultimately in the second one,
Mm-hmm.
they went their separate ways because they could never get over the death of the kid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because in some kind of way, shape, form, she always felt that he blamed her.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Well, that was a cap because the way they chose.
Mm-hmm.
They
choice.
chose
Right.
to handle it.
Right.
They allowed the pill.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What kind of marriage you want?
Mm-hmm.
They allowed it. They took the red one. They took the red, and they allowed it to cause division,
Mm-hmm.
where they ultimately divorced. But if they would have took another view,
Right.
that same tragedy could have solidified their marriage,
Right.
where nothing
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
would have ever been able to come through it, because they would have been able to, once they heal and let God heal them, they would have came through that thing and said, we made it through that,
Mm-hmm.
we can make it through anything.
Mm-hmm.
But here's the deal. What happens, both parties have to go to the other side. I have my view of what transpired.
Mhm.
So I need to go over there on his side to see how he feels about it. I need to go over and try to experience what he's going through.
Empathy.
And he needs to come over and try to experience what I'm going through. And now we have a bigger picture. We know what we're going through ourselves, but we don't know exactly what the other person is going through. But when we do that exchange, change the filter, then we can have a better experience as to what is occurring on both sides and with us. And that will bring us together.
So what happens when a person, there's some things I would never understand what you're going through, even though because you're going through it, I'm not, right? So I can understand it from a point of view of how I'm feeling, but we have to learn to respect how that person is feeling and saying, even if I can't fix it, there's a level that I'm comfortable with you being. So sometimes we get upset and say, you should be over that.
Right. You can't determine that.
You should be over that. This is how I handled it. This is how why are you not healing yet? Why are you not? And so then you're basing on how you're doing in the marriage according to how you're not, allowing that person to kind of, be able to process some things so that they can be a better them for you, for the both of you. You know what I'm saying? It's not instead of
right.
Because I see it both ways. Like I have to understand what he's going through, but I need to understand. I won't be able to understand what he's going through because that's him, and so he's human. He's his own person.
Right.
I just have to be here. Are you able to just be there, even in your sorrow, even where you're at, in your damaged part of you? Can you still just be here for that person?
Yeah, that's when you relieve yourself of selfishness.
But that's you going to the other side,
Mm-hmm.
even though you can't experience what the person is going through. I know you're going through something.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to be right. I'm going to be here for you. I've taken it off of myself. I'm not looking at how I'm feeling right now. I'm looking at how
you're feeling. Mm-hmm.
Even though I can't get that total exchange, but my filter is no longer about me.
Right.
It's all about you.
But a lot of marriages want the spouse to be in the space that they're in.
We can't,
and we can't do that.
And that's not a mature thought process.
You can't be in the same space.
Okay, but at the same time, when that spouse is saying, I can't possibly know how you're feeling, but the best thing I can do,
here we go,
is to let you know that I'm here.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no timetable.
And there's no timetable, but I'm here.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But at some point, that other spouse has to get to a point where they're going to say, okay,
right.
I'm going to open up and let you in.
Mm-hmm.
I I don't expect you to feel what I feel, but I'm going to let you in because I know you're safe, and I appreciate the fact that you're letting me know I'm just here. So the healing has to take place on both sides, but the only thing we can do is, first and foremost, try to get ourselves out of the way to do what only God can do.
Exactly. Because we
God
can't
can do.
fix anybody or change.
And sometimes
anybody.
that's our biggest mistake.
We can't fix anybody.
Yeah.
You and I was talking earlier tonight about a certain situation, and I didn't talk about this particular point, but I heard something that a person says, I'm going to shine you up and bring out the diamond that I know you are. And I was a little bit taken aback because I'm like, you think you can fix people? You can't. That's not your job. That job is already taken.
Yes.
And he does a really, really good job. And even he knows he does not force change on those who do not want to change. When we think we can change people, we're setting ourselves up for failure.
Yes.
And we gotta realize that. We talked about trans.
Hey.
So my favorite part was the anchoring. The anchoring. You know, we talked about being anchored in your relationship and, you know, staying anchored, coming together. We also talked about the time that you need away from each other.
Yeah.
And things that it's like everything was.
Yeah, that was a lot in that conversation. And the fact that I like about it is that we did spend time, a nice amount of time talking with the Whites. And I mean,
I enjoyed it.
Yeah, definitely enjoyed it. Like I said, I'm excited. I'm looking forward to what God has in store.
I love how the conversation with them becomes endless. And you all, we cut it short because there is more conversation.
Oh yeah.
I think we stayed up to about 2 or 3 in the morning. By
It
the time
was
they
like
went,
2, maybe 2. Yeah.
By the time they went home, it was like,
one,
oh my goodness. We looked at the time like, oh no.
Yeah, we were like high school kids,
Yeah,
or college kids. Let me say that. We was like college mates.
Just having good conversation.
Yes.
So we had cut it short. So when we get a chance, we can roll some more.
Oh yeah.
Because we talked about transparency, and we had an episode about transparency.
Yes.
A while back, and I think that part would be a good
segment for part 2.
Part 2 of
oh
transparency.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely going to bring part 2 in the scene with Late Night with the Whites.
That's right. So we all hope that you had a wonderful, wonderful time tuning into the Way That I Live podcast.
Yes.
Continue to bless us by writing your reviews. Right now, subscribing onto YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. And also, wherever you get your podcast, wherever your podcast at, go ahead and subscribe and write a review. Tell all your friends about us.
And guess what, guys? Y'all can go to thewaythatIloveYou.live, and you can also write to us that way as well.
She said, ooh.
So definitely send us those messages, contact us, let us know your thoughts, let us know what you want to hear. We'll talk about it. We even got the classified love letter, so you know what I mean. Still have that popping.
So listen, if you haven't gotten your ticket for the Diamonds and Pearls retreat, now you may not be able to you can't get your ticket for to spend the night.
Yeah, the overnight.
That overnight part is closed, but you do have time to go ahead and join us for the workshops
and the dinner.
So the workshop is $80, and then the dinner is $80 for the banquet dinner,
and that's per person.
Yes. So you have time to do that, and I guarantee you that you will have a wonderful, wonderful
Yes.
time. Join us.
Join us.
So go ahead and go to the website and order your tickets today.
Yes.
Right now when you
Right
get
now.
off. Like, and the Whites are going to be there.
Yes, they are.
So much more. So you'll be able to,
You'll be able to meet them in person,
yes,
y'all.
yes.
Yes.
So the Whites, the Lintons, so
Yes.
the Joneses, a lot of
Yes.
the individuals that's been on the show will
Yes.
be there, and you
Yes.
get to, talk their heads off.
Yeah. Talk their heads off, get their merchandise.
Yes. Whatever. We're here to support each other.
Yeah, definitely build and support the community.
And build and support the community.
And most importantly, build marriages and promote that as well. And longevity in relationships.
That's right. So listen, you all, as we go out, we love you, we thank you, and we'll see you later.
We see y'all later on the show.
I'm your host, Sharana.
And I'm your host, Will Music.
And
This is the Way That I Love You podcast.
guess what, baby?
What?
I love you, baby.
I love you more.